Looking back at the last century, a revolution in global health significantly improved our quality of life, but it also triggered a massive surge in the human population. This chart shows the scale of that growth. In 1900, the world population was roughly 2 billion. By 2011, that number had rocketed to 7.2 billion. India mirrored this global trend. By the time census workers collected data in May 2011, our population crossed the 1.2 billion mark. This explosion was driven by better living conditions and healthcare. Rapidly declining death rates and infant mortality meant that more people were reaching reproductive age than ever before. As population growth outpaces progress in food, shelter, and clothing, families must actively manage their size to avoid absolute scarcity of these basic requirements. To manage that growth, professionals look for an ideal contraceptive. It must be user-friendly, highly effective, easily available, and reversible. It also faces strict requirements: no side effects, and it must never interfere with the user's sexual drive. That perfect method is a myth. Here's the reality. No single contraceptive on the market achieves all of these theoretical traits at the same time. Since the ideal doesn't exist, choosing a method is about choosing which specific compromises you are willing to make in your daily life. Your final choice is a personalized balance between your ability to maintain a routine, your tolerance for potential failure, and willingness to accept physiological intervention. Let's look at this chart comparing effort to reliability. Down here in the high-effort, low-efficacy zone, we find natural methods. This category requires intense daily focus, like tracking menstrual cycles for periodic abstinence or maintaining full-time breastfeeding to delay ovulation. These methods use no medicines or devices, meaning side effects are almost nil. However, the reliance on perfect human timing means they also carry a very high chance of failure. Barrier methods like condoms and diaphragms sit slightly higher on the efficacy scale. They physically block sperm, but they still require correct application immediately before the act. Male and female condoms are unique in this category. They are the only methods that also offer protection against contracting STIs and AIDS. Choosing a natural or barrier method prioritizes your body's physical neutrality, but it demands significant in-the-moment discipline and accepts a higher risk of pregnancy. Moving to chemical interventions, pills land squarely in the high-efficacy, high-effort zone. This category requires a rigid mental load. You must take a hormone tablet every single day for 21 days or maintain a weekly schedule for non-steroidal options like Sahalee. These hormones inhibit ovulation and alter the quality of cervical mucus to physically retard the entry of sperm. While they are highly effective, you must monitor for potential side effects, which can include nausea, breakthrough bleeding, or irregular menstrual cycles. The pill offers excellent reliability, provided you are willing to accept a daily routine and the physiological impact of hormonal intervention. Clinical interventions are designed to eliminate daily human error from the equation. This puts IUDs and implants in the high-efficacy, low-effort zone. These require a medical professional to insert copper or hormone-releasing hardware into the uterus or under the skin. Once in place, these devices suppress sperm motility or make the uterus hostile to implantation for years at a time without any daily action from the user. The trade-off for this passive protection is a loss of immediate control. Removal requires another clinical visit, and some users may experience localized physical discomfort. Finally, surgical sterilization, vasectomy or tubectomy, reaches the corner of maximum efficacy. These permanent procedures block gamete transport entirely. Surgery offers the highest peace of mind for those certain they are finished with family building, but the decision is almost impossible to reverse. We can map these options onto a strategic framework. The first branch is your family goal: spacing pregnancies or finished. If you want to space out children but struggle with routines, a one-time clinical visit for an IUD provides long-term protection. If you demand high reliability with immediate at-home reversibility, you accept the daily mental load of the pill. If you refuse hormones or require disease protection, you accept in-the-moment friction and a higher failure rate with barrier methods. And if your family building is complete, terminal surgical intervention is the most effective way to eliminate future pregnancy risk.
Success isn't about finding a perfect medical device, it's about choosing the strategy that matches your habits and biological tolerance right now.
These methods are deliberate interventions against a natural biological process. As your health, relationship, and life stage shift over time, your ideal contraceptive trade-off will likely need to evolve as well. Because this is a medical decision, your selection should be made in direct consultation with a medical professional who can evaluate your health history. While these choices are deeply personal, they determine our demographic trajectory. Managing your family size is the most practical way to reduce the strain on our shared food, clothing, and housing as our population grows.